Welcome back. You've probably noticed here that we've been using icons all over the place, right? So where did these icons come from? All right, so we're gonna take a little bit of an aside here and learn how to create custom ones and also let you know where to find the standard ones. All right, so basically Android does have lots of guidelines for icons, and it's all in this iconography link here. The goal that when we get there is going to be to download this action bar icon pack. All right, so let's go ahead and go right there right now. So if we click on the link, it'll bring up the iconography, and you'll see they have lots of interesting stuff here for different densities. They want you to make icons of different sizes, right? So you can imagine a lot of work here to get all these guys to their right size. Launcher icons. All the stuff that you wanted to know about them, you know, what kind of styles you should have, what kind of proportions, lots of interesting information here. We're not going to go through all of them, but what I did want to show you is that there is this action bar icon pack, right? And if I go here, I'll see that it gives us lots of sort of standard ones, right? That they give us for free, right? So lots of good stuff. If you download it, it's going to give you all the different densities that you'd need. Different things are going to go inside the high density, medium density, low density, extra high density, all the different folders for drawables that we've seen in our projects. All right. It's a little bit hard to see because everything is all within subfolders with what you download. So I did have this little graphic here of this is all the different ones that you have. And if you kind of zoom in on this, you might be able to find out what you're looking for, right? Just sort of a handy quick reference. So what other things did they talk about, right? So what kind of sizes do we have depending on the density of the screen, right? Then what size should the different icons be? Sort of, what size should menu items be versus dialog icons, list view icons, and so on. Right, and here's what we care about, of course. Here's our action bar, right, for the different things, and again, all coming from the same place. They also want us to name our icons using standard prefixes here, and it's just gonna make it easier for us to organize our stuff. So you'll probably notice that I used IC underscore for all the ones that we used in our lab, and again, this just stands for icon, and we might have IC menu, or we might say IC action. Either one is okay, just as long as we're pretty consistent. All right. So you might be overwhelmed right now, and you might think, well, I want an icon, and it's not one of the standard ones. I'm gonna have to go into Photoshop. I'm gonna have to rescale tons of different sizes. It's gonna be crazy hard. All right. Thankfully, you're not the only person creating icons. So we have thankfully, a tool here called Android Asset Studio, which is used to create icons of all sorts of different sizes with the standard naming conventions and everything. All you need to supply to it is a transparent image, and it's going to output all the different drawable folders. It was 4 last time I had checked, but they may have increased it for higher and higher densities these days. And honestly, might be really helpful when you're doing your own kind of screen layouts and everything in your own project. Right, if you launch the Android Asset Studio, you see you can create launcher icons, and also here's what we're interested in: action bar and tab icons. All right, we click on this guy, and if you go into clip art, you'll actually see some of the standard ones that were given to us by Android already. But here's the interesting thing right here, is that you can also upload an image, right? And it's going to bring up a window, and you can navigate to whatever transparent image you have and let it generate it for you, right? What kind of theme you want, what kind of name you want to give it, it's all here. Very, very good stuff. So while we're here, it's also worth mentioning that that's not all they have. So they also have this device art generator, which is kind of neat, right? So if you actually grab a screenshot of your own screen, maybe you're in the middle of designing the UI, and you drag it onto here, it'll make little graphics that you can use, kind of with skins here and everything. Kind of neat. And again, our whole goal here is to make things as easy as possible when you're working on your own screen layouts for your project. One last thing while we're talking about icons that I want to mention is that you always have a chance to set your own application icon sort of after the fact. Oh goodness, we usually set them while we're creating our project, but if after we want to change it, just a reminder that that's right inside the manifest here under application, and there's a place to set your icon. That's all we have for this time. All right, see you later.